Alright, we're out of that hellhole. And we go get the power regulator. Try to talk Adelaide into going back to town. I'm not sure she's gonna do it, but gotta try. This place is a mess. Might as well pick up everything we can. It's hostile territory out here. These people never had a chance, did they? Wonder if that crazy man ever got out. Let's see. Alright. I still think it's probably safer to take the roads with these beasts running around. Apparently I'm capable of killing marauders easier than I am wildlife. Yeah, the power's out for sure. Looks like they're just running on emergency reserves right now, and that won't last.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
He's a good-looking man.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they don't care much for me.
You know, I feel the same way. It's a hard situation.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
It isn't personal, Adelaide. I need a power regulator. You have one.
killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish it was personal. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
You're being unreasonable. Come back to town, Adelaide.
As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't just gonna leave. I need something to convince him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
That's ghastly. You think that'll do it?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
Well, I'll do what I can. Trying to talk these people into going back to town.
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again?
Food's bound to spoil at this rate.
Adelaide's okay.
One of us want to go see what happened?
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
There's nothing left for you here. It's time to go back to town.
The matter's been weighing on me. Fact is, I can't go anywhere long as Zoe's missing. Disappeared without a trace. Marauders took her, I suspect.
You can always go look for her.
I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You, snooped on her?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
How well do you know her? If at all.
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Don't worry, I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
It's never too late to start learning.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
I'll see what I can find.
Would you? I'd be grateful.
You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. I mentioned those manuals on mechanical engineering. Suppose if I had one of those, I could go back to Reed and make a real case for myself.
Well, I better get after it. You stepping?
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Was she acting strange the day she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
I'll see you around. Yeah, I feel like we should take a look around Zoe's place. See if we can't find, maybe she wrote something down about where she went to. Be a lucky break anyway. Let's see here. Yeah. It's interesting, but it doesn't really give me anything I can go on. Feel like the medicine's not in short supply, though. Reed's just keeping it back for himself. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll keep looking. You see anything, Miss Pavati? Yeah, let's see what this one is. Yeah, she's been watching her serial dramas too much. It appears she may have run off to be a marauder. A level of ridiculousness I don't even know how to describe. And the fantasies of a child. I was young once. Dreamed about blasting off into space and colonizing new territory. I got left out, frozen in the waste. And here I am, fighting the corporate monster. I guess I understand a little bit. Yeah, we fought marauders in between here and Edgewater. I say we go the other direction. What do you think, Miss Pavati? Let's talk to this gent one more time.
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again?
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I got a question about Zoe.
I'll help if I can.
Tell me a little bit about her.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about a surprise?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
I'll be back. Now that we're away from everybody,
Something you need?
Thomas seems very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
You sure? He nearly fell over when he saw you. It was quite cute.
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Well, you know where two of them are, and I think I remember seeing one in the geothermal plant. So, what do you say we try and get all three? But first, Let's take out some marauders.
Here we go! Nice one!
Oh, come on.
Everyone all right?
I think we've made it through it, Mr. Body. I gotta say, I enjoy this weapon. It does a significant amount of damage to an enemy's armor, but tends to burn up anything we can use a lot of the time. Well, at least the ammo survived. Looks like a Marauder stronghold up here. Let's take it easy and be careful, Mr. Body. No need in getting ourselves killed.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
That's how we do it. Where's the dog? Be careful now. Slippery bastard. There we go. Let's get in here and breathe for a second. Oh, I'm carrying too much stuff. We need some of this. Guess I need to drop some stuff off. It's all junk anyway. The armor parts, that's more important. What these men are doing with bits anyway. Can't spend them, there ain't nowhere to spend them. Either way, I can spend them, so we'll take them. Found a few new helmets out here. Not sure if they're any better than the ones we got. We'll have to take a look at them. Yeah. Not as good as the ones we got, but they might sell for a decent price. Oh, oh man. You all right, Miss Pavarti? Thank God I wasn't any closer to that. But look at this, just standing out in the middle of nothing.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
You're Zoe. The people are looking for you.
What, you mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I've been sent to find you and getting myself blown up in the process.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
You should go back. People are worried about you.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stefan? Two of you were friends, weren't you?
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Well, you take care of yourself. I've got business to tend to. All right, Miss Pavarti, the child is safe. I think I remember seeing the community center up this way. Peace. What do you say we go look for one of those data pads? For your friend. God blessed it. Further away from that one than the last one, at least. I gotta start looking for those things. I think it was a little further up. Well, this place used to sprawl out, didn't it? What happened out here, I wonder? Here we are, the community center. Keep a keen eye, miss.
Here we go!
appreciate it. Always use weapon parts. If I ever make it back to my ship, I'll have to start disassembling some of this, but I think for the meantime, probably best to sell most of these weapons. At least we'll have the bits. I believe this is what we're looking for. See what else we can find in here.
Here they come! That's the last of them!
Getting mighty good with that shooter. First aid room. I believe we'll be finding that.
I'm ready for this! Not even a scratch.
Bit of a museum down here. That's quite nice. At least it was at one point. See if I can break into this.
That was quick.
I appear to be getting a little better at it. And the first aid room it is. May as well loot up the place. People hold on to this stuff like it's gold. Medicine's probably one of the easiest things to produce. Cheap to produce too. Back on Terra Prime, they perfected the ability of overcharging for it and making it feel like a commodity that no one could afford. Apparently that attitude carried over. Alright. I'd say we head off back to the power plant and see if we can find the other book.